A little chilly in here, but you're more than welcome.
Y'all remember Eddie, California, that moved out here, San Diego. Sorry about your Padres not making the playoffs, right. But Dodgers didn't do any better. Yeah. So we just drove out to Spencer, Tennessee. Middle Tennessee. It's about a 2-hour drive from where we are at. So we got a cow. Eddie's getting his first cow, half a cow.
Half a cow.
So we found a farmer that had some cows available. I posted it online on Instagram, like, hey, who wants half a cow? Eddie was like the first to reply, which I think you already talked to Babs at the donut store about it. Yeah. So it's kind of funny that the cow came up and he hopped on it. So it's been about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
We're at a different processor than we've ever gone to before, but they had availability. They got the cow done because a lot of places have a 4 to 5 month wait period right now if you can even get a cow. So we are at A&H Processing. It's A&H in Spencer, Tennessee, and we're gonna go pick up this cow and kind of check this place out. All right,
with a face like this, I mean, what do you expect?
You got all dressed up.
I should take my shirt off.
All right, so we are at A&H. Like I said, this is Barry. Barry's one of the owners. He's gonna give us a quick little tour, kind of show us around a little bit, and then we'll pick up our beef and get back home. So how long have you been open? 4 months?
We've been open about 4 months.
Okay, 4 months. They have this little facility here. You said 6 animals a day?
Yeah, about 6 animals a day processed.
Processed at 3,000 pounds?
About 3,000 pounds a day. 3,000
pounds of beef a day. That's a lot. That's a lot for, I mean, he says he's a little operation, but man, to me, that's a lot.
We'll show you our freezer.
Okay.
It can be a little chilly in here, but you're more than welcome.
So this is everything ready to go, right?
Yep, this is packaged ready to go.
Okay.
This is pork in the blue and white. This is beef, anywhere from roast to stew meat to hamburger. Come over to this area. If it has a white label on it, the white labels are our labels. And when I say our labels, that's the USDA requires that to resell.
More on the USDA stuff later.
You know, ribeye steaks, these are all our, T-bone steaks, these are ours. It's processed out of our beef.
Okay, so what he was saying earlier was he kind of has 2 different things. USDA inspects for beef that they want to sell, right? That you're going to sell. And then with them being a custom slaughterhouse, USDA doesn't pay attention to that part.
No,
Tennessee does. Tennessee, just like a restaurant would be. Want to make sure it's clean, they're operating the way they should. So that's kind of what that USDA part was. Which you guys sell a decent amount of beef yourself, you said, right?
Oh yeah.
Package. So just in case you can't get a cow or anything, come here and you can get plenty of beef. So those are cows, huh? Now how long, that's 1 cow, right? Split?
Yep.
Now how long will that take in the freezer?
We'll hang it for 14 days.
You hang it for 14 days, okay. Ooh. Okay, so 14 days in here.
14 days.
They'll hang.
Yep.
And then you'll process.
Yep.
Cut them how everybody wants them.
Yep.
Wow.
So this is essentially what you call the dry aging process.
Okay. How many cows you got in here?
Oh, right now there's probably 100. We can hold about 160.
160? So I think one of my favorite things that he was just talking about is nothing goes to waste here. So you imagine it's very messy. You have a lot of stuff that's left over after just the beef. So the blood, like they said, blood, you could put it down the drain, but it does clump up. So it can cause you issues in the drain. People do take stuff to landfill just to get rid of it, but they actually, nothing goes to waste. They save everything. They have it in this little room. They have the hide, they have blood, they have bone, they have all kinds of stuff. And they have people that come and get it. They take the hide and they'll make football, stuff like that. They'll take the blood, they use the blood for other stuff, but that's awesome that it's all sustainable, really, and that nothing goes to waste. Because you think, I mean, there'd be a lot left over after just the meat and the cows. So he said it's kind of stinky. He said theirs is inside, but some people have them outside. But
it just starts like this.
Oh, there's a deer. It's got a smell, not overwhelming, but it's got a smell that you wouldn't want to hang out in there.
Yeah, we try to keep that.
You don't want to hang out in there, but that's all right. So they do pork processing, beef processing, and deer as well. Are you pretty busy with deer? You get people to bring them in?
Well, this weekend's juvenile season. You'll have a lot of deer.
Start to pick up. Okay.
We are kind of booked up, so we won't be doing a ton of deer just because we're just so busy with beef and hogs. Right? I think as the farm-to-table meat has gotten bigger and bigger, so there's fewer and fewer people doing deer because they're already so booked up with beef and hogs.
Beef and everything else.
So we will probably turn people away for deer processing at one point. We'll do all we can, but everybody here's got families and wants to go home too. So.
Right. So and like he said, he you know, like when I first asked him about video, he's like, oh, we don't need any more attention than we already have, probably because we are busy. Y'all are booked out till February, you said, right? I more or less like to highlight like these awesome small businesses like this that are just doing cool stuff that you don't know about. So they are booked up until February. And is that for everything? Beef, pork?
Yes.
Pretty much. So, and a lot of, you said some places are like 3 years out?
Yes. Most small slaughter facilities are at least 2 years out.
That's crazy. What a planning process, you know. But I'm telling you, this is our third. This will be Eddie's first, so it'll be fun to get feedback from Eddie. The beef is like no other. Yeah. Once you eat like fresh beef and you cook like a steak, you can't, like, there's nothing to compare.
When people really feed it, we give a lot of farmers advice about how to feed them out. We really like them on feed for about 90 days before you bring them in. But we do have people that raise grass-fed beef, and they really like it. Now, that's not really my cup of tea, but I like grain-fed beef, but we do a lot of grass-fed beef and also grain-fed.
And that will be something down the road. Hopefully, we're gonna get into this thing. We're gonna raise our own cow. Hopefully, we can bring it back to him, slaughter it, and have our own, do the whole process. But for now, it's fun coming here and learning about this. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for taking the time. Packaging and everything after it's butchered. All right, so the USDA side of things was the beef that they actually sell. So if he raises a cow, he's got to take it down to a special place. It's a USDA certified place that will inspect the packaging of the beef and everything. So they're a certified facility. Then he can in turn come back up here and get it sold, because USDA cares about the quality of the cow, the health of the cow. Whereas the custom facility, like we said, just the state is more worried about the cleanliness of the facility, the processing, because you're bringing your own cow, having it processed for yourself, and then it's coming back home to you. But anytime it's going out to the public, which makes sense, it should be certified. But beef bacon, I think we're going to try some beef bacon. So if you're around the area, you want to make a drive to Spencer, and look at the best beef you can get is going to be here. Decent, awesome prices. Again, you're supporting a small business, which we love. And he talks about him not being a big deal or a big business at all, but man, processing 3,000 pounds of beef and 6 cows a day, like, there's respect for it. Like, it's awesome. And you're supporting small. Like, we love it. I noticed on the board it says January 1st, processing is going up to 70 cents per pound for hanging weight. Pork is going up to 75 cents. Deer processing is 90 bucks for the whole deer. Any beef over 1,600 pounds or plus will be $1 a pound. Let me get out of here because the freezer really quick. So it's starting to rain. Been a little bit of a dreary couple days here in Tennessee, but our cow was 969 pounds. So we paid to the farmer $1,308, which was $1.35 a pound based on the live weight. The processing I haven't paid yet. I think it's like $400 or $500 there. we're getting it for 65 cents a pound per hanging, 65 cents per pound hanging weight. Kill disposal fee is $45, so we're coming out about $1,800, just under $2,000 for a full cow that'll be split between me and Eddie at like 900 bucks each. So when you start adding up how much beef we actually get, which we'll show you, and then you run that against supermarket prices and everything else and the quality of beef that you're getting, it's a no-brainer. It's honestly a no-brainer. And you'll never eat a regular steak again. Okay, so our processing is $418.10. So that's with the $45 kill fee on top, $375 for the processing. When you come, you'll get like one of these little sheets. You can kind of pick out what you want. So we got chuck roast, shoulder roast, brisket, ribeye, ribs, tip roast, T-bone, sirloin, liver sliced, and then ground beef chunks or chubs would be the rest, and little 1 pound chubs. That's a lot of beef, dude.
That's a good looking beef.
You getting excited?
Oh yeah.
Look at this ribeye. Look at that.
Whoa, beef ribs.
Those are some ribs right there. Fire up that smoker. Do you guys get requests for tri-tip?
We do.
It's such a Californian thing I found out. Where does the tri-tip cut come from?
Off the sirloin. I just don't think it ever caught on. Really.
Okay. It's so funny how it's just like a West Coast thing. You got a freezer? I didn't even ask. Yeah, you're good?
Oh yeah, I brought mine.
Because those are hard to get right now too, is freezers. So he was just talking about, he's got a kid in there that's 19 that is processing in there and butchering, and he learned from YouTube Academy. Bearded Butchers, right?
Bearded Butchers.
Bearded Butchers. Go look that up. Subscribe to them and check them out. But it's crazy what YouTube can teach you. All right, so that wraps it up. We got a lot of beef to go home and sort out. A lot of beef. Figure out what we're doing. This is fun. This is such a fun process. Okay, so he was just talking to us about the difference between beef that you're gonna get here or beef that you're gonna get at Walmart, and that's the dry aging process. So y'all heard him talk about the beef hanging in there. 14 days they let it hang. That cooler is like 34 degrees, and basically the beef at that point starts to break down, the enzymes in the beef, and that's what makes it more tender, gives it a better taste and stuff, versus, like you said, going to Walmart with one of these bigger places, it's going a day maybe. It's hanging maybe a day, going through the slow conveyor, getting processed and then pushed out. So that 14-day thing is a big deal. He said some of the bigger steers,
21 days.
21 days a little bit later. So when you see dry aged advertised, just know that that's what that means. It's sitting in the freezer and it's gonna be a better piece of meat. Yeah. So, all right, well, we got a little bit of a drive home, but we'll get home and start sorting all this out. What's up, dogs? Mace, you want a cow? We got a cow for you. All right. Now the fun part, man. Yeah, what's all that, girl? That's a lot of ground beef. Huh. 'So Eddie is taking all of the ribs and liver. We still have ribs left from our last one. The girls aren't a huge fan of ribs, so he's gonna take those. You had 8 packs of ribs and 3 full packs of liver. If you're into liver, like, I mean, I guess there's nothing better than this, but it's just not my game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
not mine either.
It's just not my style. Now we gotta go through all these steaks. Macy, are you enjoying that?
Like cold?
Okay, so we'll just split right down the middle. $70 pounds of ground beef each. That's a lot of beef, dude.
That's a lot of ground beef. A lot of ground beef.
70 pounds of ground beef.
These are probably what, 1 pound packets?
They're all 1 pound packs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got 70 pounds.
Dude, so like that's what's good is like, cause add this up later, like once you get home and start comparing prices, and you'll see what an investment a cow is, dude. Like I know people get like sticker shock up front, but when you start looking at it, it's like, sheesh, it's a no-brainer. All right, so that is it. That is a ton of meat. We got to figure out what we're gonna do with those things now. Mace, that's not your food, huh? She thought it, like she was licking the outside of the packages and she got all defensive on it, thought that was hers. But it's most definitely not. That's the good thing about it being cold right now, is we are not in a rush to get this thing on ice like the last few times. It's cool enough outside. All right, man, well, you have to give me some feedback on what the family thinks.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's a lot of meat.
A lot of beef.
I'm gonna see how long that takes for you to blow through it.
My son's gonna want steaks every night, watch.
He's gonna be bougie now. Nice bit, Dad. This isn't a normal steak.
It's all right, I'll use my smoker more.
That's why I bought a smoker, right there. So that is it. Yeah, cool. Successful mission.